So if what you thought to be true turned out not to be, when would you want to know? In today's video, we're going to talk about the business owner's dilemma and the fact that each business owner really has two businesses and how key parts of both of those businesses are probably being neglected, costing you potentially millions of dollars, but more importantly, costing you a lot of peace of mind. Hi, I'm Matt Kennedy, and I'm the founder of Kennedy Wealth Design and the author of the best-selling book, Untapped Wealth. Please subscribe to my channel for financial advice and business coaching. And also make sure you click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post new videos. So to talk about the business owner's dilemma, let's look at what I call the two business model. Every business owner has two businesses. The first business is the business that creates cash. The second business is the business that stores and deploys cash. Now, typically that second business is run by a financial advisor, and the first business owner outsources the running of that second business to a financial advisor. The idea is that we take money out of the first business, it goes into the second business. The financial advisor chooses investments that compounds the growth on that money, so that money will be sitting there, usually in a retirement account for the business owner when they retire. Now, what's interesting is 80% of most business owners' net worth, according to the Exit Planning Institute, is tied up in their business. And because of the cash demands of that business, because of the lifestyle needs and desires of the business owner, it's really hard for the business owner to take a lot of money out of that first business and put it over into that second business so that their future is really secure based solely on the amount of money they have in their second business. And so what the first business owner does is we end up conning ourselves. He cons himself or she cons himself into thinking, well, I know I'm not putting a lot of money over into my second business, or I know when we run the numbers that I'm not putting enough to replace my income from the first business, but that's okay. At least I'm creating something in my first business that I can sell. And when I sell, I'll get a lot of money that can then slide over into my investments in my second business. And that will be enough money to generate the income that I'm used to living on in retirement. The Exit Planning Institute also reports that only about 20% of all businesses, small businesses that list and try to sell actually sell. The other way to say that is 80% of all business owners that are living with the idea that someday I'll sell my business, I'll have enough money to then retire, are not going to be able to fulfill their dream or fulfill the idea. Their plan is not going to work. Go to the comment section and let me know what you think. Tell me if that's the first time that you've seen that statistic, that only 20% of businesses that actually list actually sell. And also be sure to check out my other video titled Retirement Ready or Not. And you can see for yourself how for the business owner, it's almost impossible to store enough money to be able to replace their current income from their second business out of investments and retirement accounts. Well, in the Kennedy Wealth Design model and in our model, we don't want to ignore the first business. If 80% of the business owner's net worth is tied up in that business, then we want to make sure that we're providing value and helping the business owner grow the value of that business. And so we use the value builder process and methodology. And the value builder process and methodology is a statistically proven, over 40,000 businesses have used it. And it is a proven methodology to drastically increase the chances of your business going from the 80% that doesn't sell to the 20% that does sell. And it's based on what we have identified as 8 key drivers of value. And those drivers of value are the things that investors are looking for when they're looking for a business. See, an investor looks at a business to purchase, and they really ask themselves one main question. If I purchase this business, have I just created a job for myself, or is this a self-sustaining business that runs on its own? So the Value Builder methodology helps us build a business around these 8 key drivers. And what I have found is that these 8 value drivers that we'll talk about in another video, these 8 drivers become a decision-making filter, so that when we are going to make a decision to deploy money or resources or time into something in our business, we can look through our 8 value drivers and decide, does this increase the value of my business or does this decrease the value of my business? Now, most of the time, if you're like me, what I thought drove the value of a business primarily was revenue or profit. What I learned was that revenue and profit is important, but according to the Value Builder statistics, again, after having 40,000 businesses go through this process, they found that by increasing what we call your Value Builder score in each of the 8 drivers, that we, on average, we saw the offers increase for businesses that went through the Value Builder score increased by 71% over those that did not go through the Value Builder score. So what we want to do is we want to help you move from having a job to really having a business. And what we have also found is that once we move from having a job and turn it into an actual business, where the number of vacation days, the number of days that the owner is not in the business, actually correlates with an increase in value to the investor. If we can create a business like that, then now we've created a better life as well. And so instead of having an exit strategy where you have to sell the business in order to get the money to be able to retire, if we have a business where it actually produces for you when you're not there and that increases the value of the business, then maybe you don't have to exit. Maybe instead you have an option strategy instead of an exit strategy. Now, to do that, it's very important to focus on our second business as well and start really thinking through, well, if our first business has most of our net worth, then our second business can really be seen as a business that is built to support what we're trying to do in the first business. And so, in my opinion, we want to store money from the first business over into the second business so that we can then deploy that money for opportunities that come along, emergencies that arise, retirement income, and legacy. Leaving money behind, either for your spouse, your children, a charity. And so money comes from the first business, it moves over to the second business. And if we create it properly, then when opportunities or emergencies come along, we can deploy that money back into the business. As the business makes more money, stores right back over into our second business. And we always have it accessible for the first business. I call this integrating your financial plan with your business plan. So to learn more about this, click on the link right here, right now, to learn more about this and to apply to become my client. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe. And as always, click on the notification bell because we don't want you to miss when we post new videos. So to learn more about how to integrate your business plan and your financial plan, click on the link right here to apply to become my client. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, Share us with your friends, subscribe, and as always, click on that notification bell because we don't want you to miss when we post new videos.